Hi everyone, welcome to JK Tech Hub. I'm Jitesh. I'm starting this new series to learn how to attempt programming questions during an interview. During an interview. So today we will see how to check if the given number is prime number or not. So let's start. First thing, what is prime number? Okay, so see, prime numbers are those numbers. Okay, prime numbers are natural numbers which are divisible by either one or the number itself. Okay. Or in other words, what we can say, prime numbers are the complete numbers which are greater than 1 or which have exactly two factors. When we say two factors, it means that number, let's say 5 is a number, this 5 is divisible by either 1 or the 5 number itself. Okay. Other than that, other than that, this 5 doesn't have any other factor. Okay. So such numbers are called as prime numbers. Okay. Now, what we need to do, what is our aim? We need to write a program in order to check whether the given number is prime number or not. Okay. Let's say what are those number? What are the other numbers which are not prime number? Okay. Let's consider 9. Okay. So this 9 is not a prime number. Okay. Not a prime number. Why? Because this 9 have more than two factors. Okay. And those factors are like, let's see, of course, 1. Okay. 9 is divisible by 1. We know that. Okay. Apart from that, 9 is divisible by 3. So 3 threes are 9, right? So these two factors. Okay. And apart from these two, we have one more factor that is 9 itself. So this 9 has more than two factor, okay, which is 3, right? And these three factors are apart from 1 and the number itself. So that is why this 9 number is not a prime number. Okay, such as let's see, if you take another example like 7. Okay, 7 is a prime number. Okay, so 7 is a prime number. Why 7 is a prime number? Because this 7 has only two factors. Okay, one is 1 and the 7 number itself. Okay, so now we need to write a program which says or which gives us whether the given number is a prime number or not. Simple thing. Okay, this is what something we want to explore. Okay. Now one more thing is that this question, okay, this program is mostly asked in interviews. Okay, most of the times interviewer prefer to ask this question. Okay, so that is why we are practicing and we are learning how to write these programs. Okay, so let's dive in into Eclipse and let's try to write a program. Okay, so far what I have done, I have created a simple Java class that is a prime number class. Let's say prime number class. You guys can name it whatever you want. Okay, and inside this class, we need to find or we need to write a method which gives us the prime number. This is simple funda. This is simple aim which we are trying to implement or achieve. Okay, let's say I'll give a name here. Let's write here. Check if the given number is prime number. Okay, now given number is prime number. Okay, now let's create one method. I'll name a method as check for prime number. Let's say I'll name this method as a check for prime number. Okay, and of course this method will take an input as an integer. Okay, in let's say number. This number will pass this number. Okay, and we'll check whether the given number is prime or not. This is what something we need to do. And I'll for now I'll make the return type of this method as a void, and also I'll make this method as a static because I so that I can call this method directly inside the main method. Okay, and let's create here a main method. Okay, okay, simple conduct. Okay, this is what we are going to do. Now let's go ahead and implement this check for prime number method. Okay, so aim is clear. We need to check if the given number, okay, this input number is prime number or not. So for that, what we need to do is simply, so what are the conditions? Okay, let's check the condition. Okay, what are the conditions for having a prime number? The first condition, the very first condition is that the given number should be greater than 1. Okay, this is the first condition, that the given number should be greater than 1. Okay, if the given number is not greater than 1, then simply we'll directly say the number is not a prime number. Okay, apart from that, what is the another condition? That this number, okay, given number should have only two factors. Okay, should have only two factors. That is one, that is one, and number itself. Simple funda. This is what these two conditions we need to check. If any number is satisfying these two conditions, we'll say that your number is prime number. Okay. Now let's go one by one and let's try to implement these conditions. So the first condition is very simple, very straightforward. That if the given number is greater than 0, then only our number is a prime. Okay. So let's implement that condition. We'll check if the number, okay, this input number is greater than 1. Okay, if the number is greater than 1, then only go ahead and apply, I mean, check for the another condition. Okay, if the number is not greater than 1, then simply directly go here. Okay, then simply go here and print, let's say print, okay, the given number. Let's say I'll print here number is not a prime number. Okay, so far so good. Right. Now, what if the given number is, let's say, greater than 1? Okay, what we'll do, we'll inside main method, no? We'll call this method, check for prime number. Okay, and we'll consider one scenario. We'll consider one number. Let's say, okay, let's say I want to check for 3. We know that this 3 number is a prime number, but how our program will check if the given number is a prime number or not? Okay, so the first condition is if the number is greater than 1. Yes, the input number we have passed here as a 3. 3 is greater than 1. It means that this number can be prime because it has passed the first condition, or it has satisfied the first condition, that it should be greater than 1. Okay. Now what if the number is greater than 1? Now let's check how many factors this number have. How many factors this number have? Okay. So in order to check how many factors this number have, what we need to do now, we need to write one loop, okay, one for loop, where we will be starting this for loop from first number, okay, and we will be iterating this for loop till i's value, or till the value of I become less than or equal to number. Okay, and lastly we'll increase this I plus plus. Simple funda. Okay, now we have written this loop. So what this loop is doing, we are initializing this number. So what we'll do, we'll try to divide, or we'll try to perform modulo operation on this number by i's value. Okay, we'll try to perform modulo operation on this number by i's value. Okay, and if the modulo operation performs successfully for more than two times, which means this given number have more than two factors. Okay, so let's try to write down the logic, then we'll able to understand. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to check if the number modulo i's operation is if the number modulo I is equal to 0. It means that this number is completely divisible by I. Okay, if so, it means that we have got one factor. Okay, now what we'll do now, we'll do one more thing. We'll declare here one count variable. One count variable. Okay, so what this count variable do? Okay, I'll name this number as a, instead of count. No, I'll name this number as a factor count. So factor count. So what this factor count variable will do? No, this factor count variable will count how many factors this number has. Okay, and how we will come to know how many factors this number has? The number of time this condition, this if loop, this if statement is satisfied. Okay, let's say, so what is happening, let's consider we have passed 3 here. Okay, now, and we are checking if the number is modulo by i's value. So 3 modulo 1 will of course answer in 0. Okay, it means that we have got one factor, that is 1. Okay, so what we'll do now, with one factor, whatever the factor we have got, we'll increase this factor count. Okay, so the number, so the first time, this initially the factor count value is 0, and then after first iteration and after first satisfying this condition, our factors value will become 1. Now again we will increase our i's value. Okay, we'll increase i's value. Now the i's value will become 2. Now we'll check if the number is modulo I. I mean 3 modulo 2 is equal to 0. Of course false, so it will not go inside this and it will again go to the loop. So it will not increase our factor count. Okay. Again our number will be increased. Okay. Now the i's value will become 3. Now we will check if the 3 number modulo 3 means 3 modulo 3 is equal to 0. Of course it is equal to 0. So our factor count will become now here 2. Okay. Now again what will happen? It will increase i's value. Okay. And i's value will become now 4. Again we will check if the I 4 is less than or equal to number. Of course it is false. So it will not go inside this, it will come out of this for loop and it will give us our number. Okay. Now let's come out of this for loop and check if. Now what is the condition? This factor count should not be greater than 2. That is the main condition for our number to be prime. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll simply check if the factor count is equal to 2. Okay, if the factor count is equal to 2, then print out that, simply straightforward say that the number is prime number. Simple funda. Else, okay, if the factor count is greater than or less than 2, okay, then else simply print system dot out dot print number what is not a prime number. Simple funda. Okay, okay. We have only one line in every condition or in every statement, if statement at else statement, so we do not need spaces. Simple funda. Okay, now our logic is complete. Now let's check. Let's go ahead and execute this example, and let's check whether our logic is working or not. Okay, so we are calling this check for prime number. We have passed 3, and we know that it should print as a is a prime number. Okay, right click, run as, of course, Java application, and if you guys see on a console, we have got 3 is a prime number. Okay, let's try to pass here some different number. Okay, such as what is not prime? We have seen 9 is not a prime number. Let's execute this example. Right click on as Java application. So it should say 9 is not a prime number. Okay. And see here, 9 is not a prime number. We have got our desired output. Again, let's say we'll try for one more number or one, two, for more examples. Okay. Let's say 17 is a prime number. Of course, I know that. Okay. So this 17, let's check. See, 17 is a prime number. Okay. Now, see, these are the small numbers which I know by heart that these are not a prime number or prime number. Let's check for random number. Okay. Random number, let's say 199. I don't know whether it is prime number or not. Let's check. Okay. So I pass here 199 and executed it, and it will give us a correct answer that yes, 199 is a prime number. I don't know by which number this 199 gets divide, okay, but 199 is a prime number. So this is how we get our, this is how we can write our program, okay, to check whether the given number is a prime number or not. Hope you guys got an idea how we can write simple logic, or how we can answer the questions which are asked during the interview, and especially programming questions which are asked during the interview. Okay. For now, we'll stop here. We'll come up with another example on some other day. Till then, bye bye. Take care.